Thank you, Guna, for becoming a Patreon member. What if I told you you could sign a free transfer on Football Manager and sell them a few days later? My name's Jamie, and in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you probably one of the biggest exploits I've ever seen. I only found out about this yesterday, and big up to Mart, who's in our Discord channel. If you want to join our Discord, the link is in the description below. So what is this exploit I'm talking about? This exploit is we're going to buy a free transfer, and we're going to sell them on a few days later. Yes, you can actually do this. Now, before yesterday, I was under the impression that once a player joined, if you try to offer that player out, you generally get a message saying, the player has only just joined the club, therefore nobody is interested. But we have found a way where you can trick the AI to think that that player has been with the club a while, therefore you can offer that player out and clubs come in for a bid for these players. I would recommend watching this video the whole way through just because we're going to be doing two tests with two different teams, one in the Liga NOS with Benfica and the other with a League 2 team in England. I have also gone forward a year just because there's more free transfers available. This does work on any single season, the first season, the second season, third season, and so on. If you enjoy this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As you can see on your screen right now, the top image is a picture of me doing this exploit this morning of signing the players, and the bottom image is a picture of me actually selling them players a few days later and making around 30 million profit. Of course, we've seen this happen in real life with FMSCOUT, and I just want to know your guys' thoughts if you think this is an exploit. I mean, you can do this with a lot of players throughout the entire of pre-season, so is it acceptable just to do one or two? Or if you go over a certain amount, do you think this is kind of game-breaking, and do you think it's an exploit? So please let me know in the comments, and let's get right into it. So we are going to start with Benfica in the first test in the Liga NOS in Portugal. You can see we're at the end of the first season. It's July. Most players have been released by their clubs now. And we're going to sign a few free transfers just to get the ball rolling, to give you the example. You know, you've got Zlatan, you've got Klaas, you've got Matic, you've got Marco van Ginkel, Pedro and David Silva. And the idea behind this is I'm going to sign these players and I'm going to sell them. So once the player joins you, there's a few little steps I want you to do. So if you right click the player first, you want to instantly move this player to your under-19 squad. Okay, so that's the first thing you do. The second thing you do is you speak about, you go to one player and then one player on the transfer list. Okay, so once you've got these three options, you always want to press the third option. This will trick the AI into thinking that this player has been with the club for a while, and clubs will obviously come in for him. So you want to press the last option. You'll get then this screen, and you want to press the third option. So this was only going to be a warning, but if that's your attitude, I'm going to transfer list you now. So you press that one and then press exit, and then all you'll need to do is right click, go to offer clubs, set him on the transfer list and leave it at unspecified. You can set a price if you wanted to, and then offer to the clubs. So once you see this, you can see as well we might not sign Zlatan, but you know, if we don't, we don't. You can see Pedro, sometimes you'll get this message that Pedro is keen to discuss personal matters. You want to discuss the issue and just say you have no future at the club, so I've removed you from the first team. And then press the second one and then press exit. So now you're going to see if any bids come in for Pedro. And you can see straight away we have tricked the AI into thinking that this player has been with us for a while, because usually if you do that without speaking to him, usually clubs will say that this player has only just joined the club. But now I've just made 5 million from a 32-year-old. Of course, I'm going to let you decide how you want to negotiate and that kind of stuff. I don't need to go through all that with you. We're just going to reject all unresponded offers, and we're going to send them to Shanghai. So while I'm waiting for Pedro to leave, you can see that Van Ginkel has joined. So I'm just going to accept this offer. And then I'm going to go forward again a few more days just to make sure. There you go. So you get the message that you've signed him. I'm going to right click him again just to show you again. I'm going to move him to the under-19s. I'm going to right click, speak about, warn the player for the transfer list. I'm then going to press the bottom option, then the third option. Press exit. And then if, like I say, if he does want to talk, do the same thing. You have no future at the club. Go back, right click him, offer the player out again like you've did before. press offer to clubs and go forward a day and see what happens. And you can see on the screen right now, the Thursday, the 9th of July, we have managed to sell Van Ginkel for 12 million, going up to 17 mil, and Pedro, the 32-year-old. Now, this does work with older players as well. I tested it with Zirkov and it worked. So you can see in the transfer history, we bought Pedro on the 2nd, we sold him on the 9th, just 7 days later, and made 5 million just like that. And then Van Ginkel we signed on the 6th, and we sold him on the 9th, making potentially 17 million. Now let's show you how this works in the lower leagues. Okay, we are now with Doncaster in League 2 of England, and I just thought I'd give you another example just because people generally ask if this works in certain leagues. And you can see with Doncaster, I've just gone for 3 players. Now bear in mind, if you are in the English leagues, in the League 2, League 1, etc., you will have financial fair play, so you can't sign hundreds of free transfers. You know, you will need to do it in stages, so maybe four at a time, sell them 4, and then do another 4 to free up your financial fair play. And this will actually help towards your financial fair play because this is classed as income. So I literally just thought about that in my brain, and yeah, this could be big. This could be a really big exploit. So we're just going to sign these 3 players who are, again, generally free transfers at the end of the first season. I'm going to go forward, I'm going to wait till they sign, and then we're going to do all 3 at once. With it being a lower league team, just a quick note at the balance. There's 250k in the balance, and they have a transfer budget of 30k. We're going to change that. Okay, we are back. I've signed all 3, but if you are doing this, I would recommend doing this from the screen as soon as they sign. I'm just going to use this as the example so we can do all 3. So, Isaac, Dennis, and Jesus. We're going to right-click. We're going to go squad. We're going to go under 18 for all 3 of them. So, squad, under 18, squad, under 18. That's the first thing done. We're going to right-click again. We're going to go speak about, warm player, transfer list. We're going to press the bottom option. We're going to then press the 3rd option and press exit. Same again, right-click, go onto warm player, go transfer list, bottom option, 3rd option, exit. And the final one, right-click, speak about, warm player, transfer list, bottom option, and the 3rd option. And then if you do get the messages again, that you can leave them if you wanted to, but it will help if you discuss and just say that they've got no future. And just like that, and then press the bottom one. Just going to do that for both of them, and let's see if we can actually sell these players, and if we can get any offers as a League 2 team. So let's just go with no future again, and then finally you want to offer them out. So you're going to go offer to clubs, transfer list, leave unspecified, and offer to clubs. Same again with the second one, transfer list, unspecified, offer to clubs, and the third one, the exact same again, transfer list, and offer to clubs. Let's go forward a day and let's see if we have any bids for any of these players. I mean, again, just let me know in the comments if you think this is broken. I personally think it's one of the biggest exploits we've ever covered. And you can see I've had 28 bids for all 3 players. So you can see Dennis Undav, we have got a 1.7 million bid right there, which is crazy for League 2. And again, look how many bids we've got for this guy. I mean, they're all around 375k, but that is generally better than what you'd normally get, right? So we're just going to accept a few of these, and he probably will go to one of them, I'm assuming. Can we reject unresponded offers? I don't think we can on this screen. And then you can see with Jesus Valentin, he has gone from Wigan for 925k. So let's go forward now, and let's just see when all 3 of these leave. Okay, I'm just going to show you what we've done quickly. We've got Isaac, Dennis, and Jesus joined, and we have sold Jesus and Dennis 1.7 and 925k. The Isaac one's just taken a while because so many clubs keep bidding for him. You can see right here, there's just constant bids for him at the moment. And you can see we now have 2.8 million in the bank with a 910k transfer budget with Doncaster in League 2. This is a crazy, crazy exploit that I never knew existed until yesterday. And I just want to know, again, I want to know your thoughts on this. It can be game breaking, I think, depending how much somebody uses it, I guess. You know, use your imagination. If you did 50 players, 50 free transfers, how much would you make from that, you know? So think about that and let me know in the comments what you think. But that has been the end to the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.